strong.
Please, you need to sleep.
But I think, you see, because there's a lot of, I'm pretty sure a lot of you as entrepreneurs, right? You tend to seek for some motivation from other entrepreneurs, right? Yeah. And you would agree with me that the average entrepreneur is not really in support of sleep, right? It's always grind,
work.
So it's difficult to tell somebody that, sleep. How realistic is this sleep that we are talking of?
It's very realistic.
Because I understand that if you sleep, it makes sense that you revitalize yourself, you wake up fresh and everything. But sometimes the time to sleep
is there.
So does it mean that those who are saying sleep for the week, they don't manage their time well?
They do, but then you see, my point is,
for 24 hours,
you're a machine. However you look at it, you need to rest, right? My brother is a developer, and I realized something from him even before I went into full-time entrepreneurship. When developers have issues and they try so many times, you know what they do? They stop and they go and sleep or play game.
Okay. Exactly.
They're resting their mind.
Okay.
When they come back, they find solutions. So if you decide to go on a roll and say, I want to be the greatest entrepreneur in whatever, right? And you don't rest, you're not even giving your brain the needed time to give you the great ideas that will eventually make you the greatest entrepreneur.
Of course.
Right? Because you need to. Like those books with coffee.
It's very challenging.
I understand. Some people put their feet in water too.
I understand. See, I understand the juggle between sleep and don't sleep, and I don't have time. I have time. For me, I have to sleep.
Okay.
I have to. It's a must for me. I have to sleep. But my sleep are more scheduled.
Okay.
That it has been a routine, even when I was doing my main job before the side hustle. It has been a routine. The only challenge is that sometimes your brain will not stop talking to you. Your mind keeps speaking, and if you don't take care, you stay awake. So this is where my wife does a very good job for me. She's able to help me to sleep. But sleep is actually very critical to you managing your time. Because I believe that those hours, when you get enough rest, you are able to also plan and do things the way they do. I'm a morning person. So every 4 a.m. to 11 a.m., I'm at my best. That's when I do all the admin work and the thinking and the strategy. Now, after 11, I do field work.
Okay.
So that is when I decide to move around and do muscle work done to sit there, because then I feel I'm getting tired.
Ride your motor.
Well, I have delivered before, but with a car.
With a car, okay. You say you are chief rider, so
but the chief commander is not
somebody
who's in
the
fine. Yeah, but it's critical, because then if you don't structure it, you will find yourself doing almost, it's like a ship on sail without a directional compass. Like you are running anywhere, any direction, and you end up doing nothing at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And in my space, you can't run around doing nothing the whole day.
and it's important you mention the role that your partners play in all of this, because my wife, I told her that I was doing a lot of things, so she just took my phone and muted all the notifications. Because as soon as I hear the pimping Sikaba, I'm going to take my phone.
It's a good feeling, to be honest.
So when you mute it, you can sleep in peace. True. So it's important. So
true. Well, we mean because of I found myself in the creative atmosphere, it is very difficult for me to time or align myself with sleep. So what I do is the moment I get chance, I sleep after the creative moment. Yeah. Okay. That is how I rest, and that is how I also allow my team members and I trust them to operate whilst asleep. Yeah.
I want to mention here that the way we've spoken about sleep, people will sleep. But please, there should be a balance.
Very true. It depends on what you do. For example, developers, those in the creative field, developers, designers, and those type of work. Some of them function best at night.
Yes, my brother.
Okay. They function best at night. True. So my developer, for example, when you try to reach him between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m., you are really disturbing him.
Yeah, because he's sleeping.
Yeah, he works from 1 a.m. all the way to 5 a.m. and he sleeps, then goes. He's also working, so he goes to do this. So his side hustle is to develop our platform for us, and that's when he dedicates his time to do that. So if we have issues and we call him early in the morning, we are really not helping.
Difficult to get him.
Yeah. So depending on the nature of job that you do or the type of business you're running, you need to apportion your time to know what time or how much time you should dedicate to what in particular.
I think everything depends on you.
Exactly.
And how you want to structure your life and your work. There should be a balance.
Okay.
Always.
You can't be all workaholic because if the money stops coming and you become weak,
what happens?
So back to the
but then
saying.
ironically, we are already, as human beings, right, at this age, you already have a pattern. Right?
Okay.
It's just that you haven't noticed that you have a pattern.
Okay.
You just have to write it down, readjust it. I'm not saying you're going to go and start a whole thing and say if you naturally wake up at 8 a.m. You're not saying go and get up at 4 a.m. like you.
I mean,
right? Your body
change.
already has a pattern, so just put it down and apportion accordingly, right? So that you are assisting yourself and your business to grow, not just living the life onto something about you along the way.
Okay. Yeah. So key takeaway I'm getting from this question, right? You mentioned earlier that you sit down and plan your day, right? And scheduling.
Yeah.
From the two of you. It's not just about sleeping anytime, but knowing that at this time I'll sleep, at this time I'll work.
For me, I don't even know. My system sleeps.
Exactly.
Your system is already scheduled.
No, it's scheduled.
Okay.
Let me tell you. So before I mention
sleep and rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should know the two.
You should know the difference. What's the difference?
For me, sleep is when you've
You
gone
snore.
through the whole
Sleep is when
day.
you snore.
I wonder when you wake up, there are lines on your face. That is sleep. You think you're in another dimension.
Sleep is snoring. Resting is just close your eyes and just lie down.
Okay.
Snore so that the fatigue will leave your system.
Exactly.
No finance.
Okay.
But interestingly, so before I met my wife, I always shut down at 7 to 8 p.m. And I wake up at 3, 4. I will not sleep again until the next 7.
In the morning.
But she is more of a, she sleeps around 10, 11-ish, thereabout. So when I was trying to run her, I have to stay up.
She's both your pattern.
How you go do
So the pattern took a year to change to around that time. So now my sleep time is around 9, 10.
Okay.
So around 9, 10, I'll be inactive. Whatever you say to me, you realize that
It's not working.
I'm shutting down.
You are talking to the person.
Yes.
Not going.
You see I'm shutting down, you stress yourself. You just allow me to be. And I will sleep wherever I find myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm so far with the businesses. The two of you delivery, you are a shoe manufacturer. They are all capital intensive businesses. How? Because when you speak to any young person about entrepreneurship, right? The first thing is capital. Capital. Where are you going to get capital and all of that? How have you been able to manage, how capital intensive it is? Where it's nobody's business where the money came from anyways. But if you could give viewers a bit of some motivation or inspiration, because a lot of people walk away from that fantastic idea because
They don't have money.
capital.
Okay. So
How did you do it? Let me start with you.
So with me, I'm a big fan of saving.
Okay.
Not knowing what is going to happen tomorrow or the next hour.
Okay.
So I started saving, knowing that I was going to work on my own and not work for anybody. And I respect myself enough for people to respect me. And also, if I'm coming to you for a favor, like I said, you respecting yourself and you being truthful to yourself. There are a lot of people out there trying to help young ones, but they are also scared because of some of the lifestyle people want to live. So I believe in saving and action, and I spend after making profits of my savings. So let's say if I have 20K, how can I make more than the 20K that I made last year or last month? I think about it. We go through the process and we provide something new to clients, and if we are able to get more than that, we inject that money to whatever we want to do. And also we have angel investors around. You should find them. Family can help, friends can help. If they have to loan the money for you or to you, be ready to pay because it's business. That is what we are scared and that is what we run away from, because at the end of the day you need money to inject in your business. So I think you should save, find friends who can help you and grow your business. Yeah.
And just to, I want to tell every entrepreneur out there, this is very serious what he said, right? you only spend after making profits.
Yeah.
Only spend after making profits.
Well, have you heard the
People
story?
like chilling too much. Only spend after making profits. Okay, Priscilla, let's hear what you have to say as well.
Okay, so I'll start from the point of view of attitude.
Okay.
Right? Your attitude would make someone walk up to you and say, I see you're hardworking.
True.
Right? I want to start a business with you. I have money. What can you bring on board? And that's what happened to me for delivery guys.
Okay.
Right? The first one we took, the first delivery business, we took a loan, a soft loan from my father. We ended up paying it off, but then the business died. But for this one, I honestly didn't go asking anybody. Right? I was enjoying myself. I'm a hardworking, a bubbly person. The person said, I think I can work with you. Right? I think you have something to offer. Right? Just because of how I carried myself. You know what?
Exactly.
I think we should work in this area. I'm willing to bring money on board. What can you bring on board apart from your expertise, how you can manage it? And that's how it worked, right? So all those people who go around thinking that, oh, and people are looking, people have money, they want to invest, but then the way you carry yourself shows that, oh, when you give me money, I'll go and buy all the new clothes and shit in Ghana, then I'll flaunt it on social media, and then I think I'm done with my life, right?
Very true.
But if you show that you are capable of taking an idea and transforming it, right, by achieving tasks, little tasks they give you on time and excellently, you put yourself in a better position. Sometimes you even need the money, you don't even need to say it, right? The person just approaches you. Some people, you can just even start the conversation. They'll go like, how much do you need?
Or give them something.
Exactly.
And, you know,
Is
You
this
get
also a
something
factor
big,
of
yeah.
being at the right place at the right time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So people
Right.
should stop being in their houses and go to places where
And people should-
network.
Networking is
Networking.
key,
True.
right? I'm not saying go and shout for everybody. When you go, speak to people. Say, oh, hello, my name is. Introduce yourself,
Self.
right? Get to know people because the money you need is from people. God will help you through people. Yeah, sometimes maybe it will fall on you, but you will still have to come.
I had a
from
friend who purposefully would go to moving pick and go and sit at the bar
people. That's all.
and open his
Yeah,
laptop.
I used to be that type, and I'm still that type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
that
get people
he has the opportunity
Yeah.
to speak to people who
And,
are passing by.
and it all depends on the kind of people you want to meet yourself or
Yeah.
you want
Exactly.
to align yourself to.
People say it's interesting,
As for
but
There's
Kevin,
not.
as
all
for
good.
Kevin, it's easy. See, one of the first things people will see when they look at you is your feet.
Exactly.
Now, Kevin is
feel
to go
you,
and
true.
cross his legs at moving pick, and they'll be, whoa, nice
it's
shoes.
a conversation starter.
I tell you.
So, Kevin, you probably have to deliver
Give us shoes.
so that when you also go to
moving
sit
pick.
at moving pick, they will look at it and say, nice shoes. Oh, I run a delivery service, then we move.
Exactly. See,
Very true.
the story about capital and entrepreneurship is a very deep and heavy conversation.
Very.
Now, one of the takeaways for me in the past few months and years is that, especially for those who are running a side hustle, I think that you should start with as little or whatever amount you have.
Exactly.
So you don't think of taking money from anyone. Just start. Now, even our banking system is willing to support us. I learned something just a few months ago, that some of the banks are willing to help, but they need to understand your books. They need to understand your year of experience. They need to understand certain structures that you've implemented.
And most
True.
entrepreneurs
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
So, if you run the business as a side hustle and you don't pass the money through your account, and the bank asks you to bring a statement for whatever amount of money you need,
Where are you
like,
going to bring
where will you get a statement from?
It's key.
So side hustle, but with main hustle mentality.
Exactly.
That's the
Structures
key.
will help you.
See,
I mean, you have to
that's
go
the
through
key.
the structure and the chain.
And
Because your company will grow, right? That's we always start business as think big. When you're thinking
enterprise.
big, you realize that you have to put in the structures right from the beginning. That's how you get money from bank. That's how you even get
And
grants.
side hustle has a lot of advantages. See, they have a lot of advantage than some of us that came up just boom like that. Because if you run your site for a year, two, I think that with some of the banks I work with, they say that the minimum, one of the requirements for a loan is that you should be at least 2 or 3 years old, and you should have run your business through your account for them to see. So they will ask you for statement. However little the money is, so far as you run it through your account, by the time you are ready to grow or expand, you have a statement to show for. So that aspect alone, if you have any amount, start with one person, start with 2 people, start with 3. Start. Now, like Kelvin said, there are a lot of people out there who want to. For me, I have support from family and friends. So, and we started with a little my wife and I have. Then when we decided that I have to commit to this, Then we went for a loan
Wow.
to expand the business.
Wow.
But we started with a little that we have, and we ran with it to understand how it works. But the key I would tell anybody with a side hustle is that please run all your business through your account.
Okay.
Run them through your account. Make sure that everything passes. If anybody's sending you money, and even if it goes to your Momo, link your Momo account to your bank account. Then transfer the money from your Momo to your account. Run everything through the account. Run so that you have, if Momo can get you a statement, bank account can give you a statement.
Yeah, you are good to go.
You're good to go.
Say MTN Momo.
So it's very critical. So that when the time comes for even venture capitalists or even these angel investors and all
There's
that,
something to show.
there's something to show for.
And if you are traveling, you definitely need it. You know, so with the
See,
bank,
if you are
really
selling
need it.
Sobolo, running through the account,
I believe you.
and I serve a lot of vendors. See,
So basically, no business is too small.
never.
So Kelewele seller safe.
See,
Like an idea.
Guy, I want to people
don't add the self. Don't add the self to Kelewele.
It's
If
a
I
big
tell
deal.
you one of my
Plantain
vendors,
chips,
those
bread.
things that
make money.
you overlook,
Yeah.
you have
I
no
used to sell
idea.
cocoa on
The
campus.
top 3 things that make money in this world: food.
Food,
But
yeah.
everybody will need
Cosmetics.
it,
Yes.
right?
Those
Everybody will
3.
need it.
Every day. Can you live more than 40 days without food?
No.
And you buy bread every morning.
Attitude is also important, like Priscilla said. You need to show the attitude that you are ready for this.
Okay.
You can't just go and ask without any plan, any structure, nothing in place.
Okay. Attitude is everything. So on that note that attitude is everything, let's pause a little for a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Don't be left out. Download the Pulse app from the App Store or Play Store to mash up all day, every day. You can also enjoy more Mashup. Just buy the new Mega Bundle and get 3 gigabytes data, extra 400 megabytes for your social apps, and free MTN to MTN calls every Monday. So go ahead, feel the pulse on MTN Pulse. Just be. We're good together. Everywhere you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's the Pulse Just Be series brought to you by MTN Pulse. And we are discussing the side hustle wahala. And we have some wonderful guests in here that we've been having this discussion with. Fast Fingers is still going on. So if you look on your screens right now, you can see a few numbers on there. The first person to dial these numbers in and win the credits, we want to know who you are. So please let us know. Put it in the comment section that you have won the credit, the free 10 CD credits that you've won. Please put it in the comment section as well. So we dive straight into the conversation. We've seen that there's a lot of questions that have come up on the Facebook page. And please let the comments, keep the comments coming. Let the comments come in. Questions, experiences. We want to know them all. So please drop them on the comment section. But there are a few ones here I'm going to talk to our guests about. So there's a quick question. I don't know who will take this first. From Nana Mark Hansen. And he says, at what point do you decide to quit your job and fully commit to business?
Wow.
I wouldn't advise you to do it anytime soon.
Interested.
Can I answer the question?
You can answer the question. It's
Interesting.
for all.
At what point? At the point of conviction. At the point where you feel deep down inside you need to do this. At the point where you know you have solid reason to move into it. Don't just quit because your boss is annoying. It's annoying everywhere. Don't quit because you think your side hustle is making some money. You leave and come and it's a different story. Don't quit just because you think you have a side hustle. Quit when you know that this is what you have to do. See, it's a risk that you are taking. As I sit here, I'm broke.
Oh, boss.
I think to put it in one category, you have to have something to offer.
Okay.
It's a service. You have to think about you serving people before you can even engage yourself in a side hustle. Because he's in the delivery business, right? He's serving. So if you just want to quit your job by, like you said, your boss is annoying you, or you are not really cool with someone, you are not really super cool with someone at the job, that's the main reason for you to quit. I think you might be wrong. Yeah.
So okay, you.
So you quit when I'm a very book person. Like I look at the figures. When you know that the money you are making can pay yourself and you be comfortable.
Okay.
Right.
So the trick is that it's not even a money. It's entrepreneurship full time.
It's hard.
It's not even a money. The process.
And it's a passion to you, because you need to
There are
have a
times
passion
that
for what you're
The
doing.
energy.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot. I know some people who have started. They've entered it and said no.
I know someone like that. He stopped and went back to.
And went back to corporate.
Yeah, because see, either you are doing it all by yourself, or you are working with other people.
And it's challenging to you.
Very.
Managing people
And then I want to
along
add
the
that
side is
you claim that your
challenging.
boss is annoying you. That's why you want to leave. Customers are now coming to annoy you. Like.
And on top of
And that one you can't
they
leave
say
anywhere.
the customer is always right.
Exactly. Right? So I think you should take your time. Make sure you have grown it enough, right? That it's standing on its feet. It's an entity that is breathing and living on its feet. As in, cash flow is consistent. There's enough money to pay, right? Before you move. Because if you move too quickly, you may be tempted to come back. And it's even difficult coming back. Because people will tell you that, when you're the one who left us and said you are going to become the greatest entrepreneur, what are you coming back to do?
You have a lot of explaining to do.
That temptation is real. I've had it more than 3 times where I thought, you know what, let me go back to this. And for me, it's not even about the money. Entrepreneurship is not about the money. If you really don't want to make an impact, if you really don't want to create a value, and you go in there because you think that your side hustle can get you more money, you will be in for a shock.
True.
Because, like I said, the process, what you will go through to bring out the value you want to create, what you go through to bring out the impact, you will meet a lot of impediments and obstacles.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot to imbibe working as an entrepreneur. So you need to be mentally strong. You need to have a mindset that, you know what, I will relax, I will stop for a while, but I will not quit.
Okay.
You need to have a mindset that, you know what, no matter the challenges, I'll find a way around. You need to be resilient.
So I think what you are saying basically is with all the, even with the personal convictions, you still need to have a plan.
True.
Right?
Beyond the plan, the execution, you can have a plan and not execute it well.
See, I didn't speak to plan because you had a plan and it's working for you. Now you're thinking of moving into it full time. So, I mean, the next plan is to how you escalate or make it bigger.
Okay.
But I'm saying that whatever you're handling now is in your capacity, in your position. So you're doing a side hustle, so you can handle this at this time and do this at the same time. The moment you decide to move into full stream, you are adding a lot of things on.
You don't have that luxury anymore.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, you need to have certain capabilities or skills to be able to take on whatever comes to you, because a lot of things will come at you. A lot of things. Things will come at you. All angles.
And you should be ready to lose family, friends,
Friends.
some
But
activities.
some people
You
why
know.
you are leaving
Yeah.
your
Well,
job
you
to come
lose
and do
you
this.
lose a friend of 15 years over 15 Ghana cities.
Exactly.
True, it happens. Yeah, it happens.
So basically, entrepreneurship is not the answer to your boss annoying you.
No,
or
it's
someone
not.
pissing you off in the office.
Never.
No. You will come and meet people who annoy you, your employees, your customers.
But would you say this is just so I just need a quick answer to this one. Is entrepreneurship for everybody?
No.
No.
Because a lot of
Yes,
people on social media especially, right, they pontificate entrepreneurship like, you know, entrepreneurship is the solution. You are stressing, Charlie, life will go well. Go and find a side hustle.
The stress
You
you're
know,
going
that
to
kind
go
of
through.
thing. What is the truth? Is entrepreneurship for everybody? Because I know people who thrive in corporate.
Yeah.
I know people who thrive in entrepreneurship. They can't do well in corporate. They thrive in entrepreneurship. I know people who can balance the two as well.
You have answered it.
So that's the answer.
Yeah.
You've actually
Not
answered
everybody.
it. You have actually
I've set
answered
the
it.
question. and
Because
answered.
see, I didn't think that I'll be in where I am now. If you asked me 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years
Exactly.
back,
You just
I did
have
not
to
think I was
start.
going to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I had a mentality of corporate, growing into my corporate space and getting there. Just as not everybody was born a leader, so cannot everybody be an entrepreneur. But I find myself here. I must learn on the job and do what I can and do better. I'm not afraid necessarily to go back if I have to. But I've made a decision that this is the path I've taken and I have to take and I have to move on with it. So don't force yourself to do something you're not ready for or you can't be. That imposter syndrome is not the best.
It's not the best.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Delta Diamond on our Facebook page is asking, what are the consequences if you don't have a proper statement of accounts?
You can't get loan.
You
Okay,
lose
first
money.
of all, yeah,
You lose bank.
money.
First thing is you lose bank.
You lose money.
you
You can't
lose
get
money.
loan. You'll be stolen. People will be stealing from you. You can't even tell.
Exactly.
Right,
And
you
you
don't
wouldn't
get
even
a
see how the
grant.
business is running.
The key in the first is that you will not even be able to track your
What is
finances.
happening?
Exactly.
Right?
Or your stocks.
Or your stocks.
Because
Yeah.
So
your
making
money
sure that
makes
your
your
money
stocks.
issue is reported well, right? It's put in good books. It's the very first thing. It's how most businesses die. They don't understand where the money is coming from. They don't even know where they are keeping the money. They don't know where the money is going to.
So bookkeeping is key.
Yeah, because we have it everywhere.
And it's not
In
anything
Excel,
exactly. Excel.
my
You don't need
phone,
anything difficult.
Books, just to refer if anything happens.
anything happens.
Yeah.
And you see, it's easier to do your bookkeeping than move the money.
Okay.
It's easier that way, so you don't get to spend whatever is
Whatever
there.
is coming.
Very true.
Because I always want to have a zero balance. And the reason I want to have a zero balance is because I have a target for the day.
Okay.
So I know I'm starting from scratch. I need to build it up to meet whatever I want.
okay.
If I take my expenses out, whatever is left, it goes back. If there's nothing left, I start from zero again.
True.
So if you don't have statements, you lose the bank. If you have a statement, you lose family and friends and these venture capitalists. Where is the money going to? Where is it coming from? You see, and every narrative, every transaction must have a narration. Payment for the shoes.
Exactly.
Payment for
I do that a
this.
lot.
Payment for that. Every payment must have a narration.
Exactly.
makes
Don't
sense.
just send money.
You see, even
True.
at GRA level, when Ghana Revenue Authorities, you have to get audited. If you're not keeping your books well, how are they going to
How they
audit
come
you?
to?
True.
So Mauli on our Facebook page is also asking, at what age should one start a business, regardless of education?
2 years.
At any age.
And then the thing is, when you're starting, always know that it can fail, right? But the thing is, allow yourself to start because you have, you get experience from that, right? You will not repeat the error you did the first time when you're
Very
starting the second time.
I mean, if you don't take it, you can repeat it.
If you don't take it, that's
Yeah.
if you don't learn from it,
You
right?
can-
But
you
then
can-
allow
you can.
yourself to start, no matter how small it is. Even if it is, when I was on campus, I used to sell soap.
Wow.
Right. I used to do a lot of things. When I came out of campus, I started selling cosmetics when I was in my national service at EcoBank. Right. After that, I transitioned to something before we started doing the delivery business. It didn't go on well.
It's a
because
business, no? It is
It's
in your
inside
blood.
me.
So we have people like that.
Yes.
They were born into an environment of entrepreneurs.
Your dad is an
He's an
entrepreneur.
entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yes. So growing up, they kind of unconsciously take that. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me,
Same
I wasn't
here.
born into an entrepreneurship environment. I was born into a book-log environment where everybody has to read.
You're a lawyer, a
Get high
doctor.
grades, a good,
You're a banker.
Yeah.
get a good
My
job.
grandmother wanted me to be a doctor.
Wow.
In fact, a
Look
surgeon to be
at that.
specific. So it's something that I think I picked on. I never thought I was going to do my own business, and that's always something I say. I believe that whatever I'm doing, I need to do it well. So wherever I find myself working, I give it all. So alongside, I pick one or two, I learn, and even with Shark Express, it actually came to me in 2016 when I was in Takwa. And it was out of a need. Because then I'm hungry, I can't cook. I have to go and buy the food and I have to drive all the way. I want the food to come to me.
True.
So that's how the idea even came to me.
Okay.
Now with the digital marketing, I used to have a business, the one you said it failed. I used to have a digital marketing business and it was a whole lot. So I didn't continue from there. And it was easy for me to move on from there because then I knew I didn't add so much to it.
Okay.
But it was a learning phase for me. So what I did wrong, what I did right, what I didn't. But at any point you can start.
You can
At
start,
any
true.
age you can start. And in fact, those who start early, they are even
Have
far
a lot
better.
more.
For someone like Kelvin who started right from was in school, come on, the kind of experience he has,
True.
you have no idea.
Okay, so
Thank you.
another question from Portia. Portia is asking, and this one you've mentioned it already. How do you work around friendship discounts? A same way.
I actually factor it into my cost too.
Okay.
Sometimes there are discounts I will give out that I'll end up paying for, but you won't know.
You know.
Right?
Yeah.
There was a lady who came to me and said, "Oh, someone gave me her number. She wants a discount. She has a delivery. I said, okay, how much is this? When I went to ask, they said this is the amount. I said, if I come and mention the amount to this lady, she won't do it. So let's split the cost. I'll take the 15 cedis, and then she will pay this amount of money, right? And I realized that it works. But it keeps the people coming in. Okay. But then the next time, I'll tell you that I'm giving you a discount. The next time you come, the discount won't be there.
Okay.
Right? So that you understand.
And I think one thing that we overlook is being fair and frank to your friends.
Exactly.
Okay. This is business. This is not a charity work.
Exactly.
You know, so you need to let them know when you are offering discounts, discount services. So that if they don't have the money available to pay for the right amount, they can wait for the discount. I think you have to treat your business as such.
Yes.
Because, like I said, it will help you lose friends, and it will also help you know the... Exactly. See,
I think personally, starting a business will let
you
brutal.
See your
true friends.
See, it is so brutal that if you are not super clear with your friends, or you are not truthful to them, no one will purchase your product.
Okay.
You understand? Because you can give XYZ discounts, and you decide to not to give XYZ discount. And they chat, they have conversations.
Okay.
I bought XYZ from a J, he gave me to this amount of money, and you know.
So this one too.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think you need to be fair with your clients or your friends. That will help you save, or that will release a lot of troubles and pressure.
Chris, I wanted to say something.
Yeah, I want to add that right from the beginning, I make people know that my business is very different from me.
Okay.
Right? So yes, I'll give you a
separate
discount.
legal entity.
Exactly. But then it's not every time that you get a discount from me. And that's another reason why when you even contact me for a delivery, I send you the administrator's number. So you start from there. You come to me.
So is that one of the reasons why you didn't want to make your face? You didn't want to make
I didn't want to,
the business?
because I know people come to me, oh, Krista, give me discount.
They will surely come.
My friends have a stake in my business.
Your friends have a stake in your
Yeah,
business?
they all have a stake in it.
What
So if you come for discount, you're reducing your
stake, that's all.
Okay, so I have this one too, but it's specifically to Anthony and Priscilla. And this is from Esther, right? Esther says to Anthony and Priscilla, how are you able to follow up on your riders and deal with customers while working for your main hustle?
Let's have another session for that one.
That is...
So, okay, we have a team. We have an operations team. So we have a big screen, like a big screen TV, 2 of them that we track every rider.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually do that. It's very key. So at every point in time, the operations check in on every rider to follow up on the deliveries, because some of them, because the pressure or the heat that they have out there, they genuinely forget to maybe call this person.
Very true.
Yes. So we also try and help them by creating a system that helps us to be able to check on some of these things. So the tracking is number one, is key. You will know where he is at any point in time. Number 2, I don't do the tracking personally, so the operation team handles it.
Okay.
And before, I was unable to because I was working somewhere else. So I have to rely on the team there to be able to do it. But now I sit in the office. So when post comes to show, we all just go to the system and we do what we need to, do what we need to do.
Priscilla, before you come in here, I want to ask Kelvin the same question, right? Yours won't be delivery people, but obviously you have your manufacturers and those in the factory and everything. How do you follow up on them? How do you deal with them?
So I'm super lucky to have my factory at home, where I wake up in the morning, I just walk straight. I just work, because I had to create that environment for myself. I'm a creative person, and day in, day out, I'm in a creative mode to do something different and something unique. So, and sometimes they do forget what to do and what not to do. Some workers also want to cut shorts, just to make sure they get the product on time, but that wouldn't work.
Okay.
So I make sure I walk to them. We go through the process.
Maintain the quality.
Exactly. We go through the process. If there's any material to change, we change it. If we have to contact the client to let them understand maybe we have this material available. So we go through all these things before I make sure products leave the factory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Priscilla, same with you. How do you manage?
So like he said, tracking.
Tracking.
Right? Sometimes the trackers are delayed or they don't even show at all. So what we usually do is you can use a GPS on the biker's phone.
The biker's phone.
Oh, wow.
Right? Either that or you keep calling, but then calling has a downside. When they are riding, they can't answer.
They can't, it's not true.
Okay.
Right? So that's how you track. Usually, it's people who are starting on a small level that will ask how to track, because if it's big, you have a full team. Like you also have an operations team, right? That is on the ground handling the riders. But then if you are handling it yourself, most likely you have to get a tracker.
So I mean, Priscilla, you have an active side, a main hustle. So in the same vein, how easy is this to merge the tracking, right? You have your main hustle and then you have your side hustle. How easy is this to, you told me that after 5, I mean from 8 to 5, you are doing your main hustle, right? But from 8 to 5, your people are still working as well, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Calls don't come to me. The way I've done it.
So your administrator handles.
In operations, they handle everything until there's a need to escalate because maybe there was a minor accident.
Okay.
Right. So that's when I will have to come in because I have to hear about accident. But beyond that, I can go through the whole day, and then I'll call and say, "Hey, haven't you missed me? You haven't talked to me today. What has happened at work?" Right. And we equally have an operations page where if anything needs to happen, they just put on the page that, okay, this is currently what is happening. Maybe there's an operation somewhere, so this is what is happening to the bikes. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So as and when there's always some form of update somewhere that you will find, even if you're not searching for it.
Now you guys are really doing extremely well, because trust me, with the delivery service, they are doing extremely well. Because from 5 to 7 years ago, it wasn't like this. It will be super difficult for you to pick up a phone for a hotel or a restaurant to deliver your food to you. But these days, it's just like this. And
okay.
Yeah.
So a final question before I ask you about advice you have for entrepreneurs, right? So this is from Big T. Big T says that a lot of times when you talk to young entrepreneurs, right, they act like they aren't making much from their hustle. Okay. At what point do you start to pay yourself? And how do you keep the company coffers safe from your personal expenditure?
Wow, that's
Separation
difficult.
of powers.
So she says, Big T says this question is to all. So let's probably start from Kelvin first, and then we move to the others.
I think it is so difficult when you're starting to pay yourself and also separate.
You see, you are starting down well.
Yeah, it's very important.
To pay yourself and also separate the money from the company's coffers. Because if you don't separate the money, you might end up spending the company's money. And also, if you don't pay yourself, you might end up spending your money back to the company. So, I mean, you can make money at a point in time in the business, and you can also lose money at a point in time. So, you need to be disciplined enough to make sure, like my brother said, you have your bookkeeping and everything to know the right thing to do, whether XYZ money is going in here, or you are paying yourself this amount, or you have this amount on you to put back in the business. And whenever you put money back in the business, the business is borrowing from you.
Exactly.
You have to take it back. You have to take it back. So that is.
Can't wait to talk.
That's my take on that.
So first of all, usually when you set up businesses, in the first 5 years, you honestly don't make money.
Okay.
Right? So when you have a friend whose business is within the first 5-year period, first of all, there's a higher likelihood that it will go down, right? And they are honestly trying to break even at that point.
Okay.
Right. Secondly, always remember that your business is a different entity from you. Right? If it's a sole proprietorship, register it with RGD. Get a Momo number for it. All payments should go to that Momo number.
Okay.
It shouldn't come to your personal number.
True.
If you want to do mixing, get a book. As soon as the payment comes to you from on this your personal number, jot it down. Right? If at the end of the month you can put all the money together and go and put it in a bank account that you told yourself is in your name, but it's solely for your business. Right? It's better. Anytime you're doing deductions, note it down. Right? That's how you separate. Because if you do that, you go through a whole period and realize that this money isn't mine. Is it for the business?
For the business.
Right. But then the fact that the entrepreneurs say they are not making money is not a lie. He will talk about it. It's not a lie at all. And then currently I'm not paying myself. Right. If it wasn't for the fact that I was working at Dream Over, you would think that, oh, I'm paying myself. But then I'm not paying myself yet because we are still trying to break even. Right.
Okay.
So I want to address the first point that he said. It is not as though we or they are trying to make it look like you are not making money. But it is the fact that a lot goes into it. So if you are closer to any entrepreneur, allow him to show you the books to know exactly what has happened. And you can see for yourself if the person is making money or not. Yeah. We have been in business for 13 months. Yeah, 13 months. And I've only paid myself twice. And those 2 months, I had to, because then I also have a home to manage. And you see, even pay myself, I ended up taking us to some bad situation. See? And I think I have loaned more money to the business than I've even taken from the business.
It happens.
Again,
it happens all the time.
You have to be disciplined to dissociate your personal account from the business account.
Business account, okay.
And for me, it is everything. This when it comes to the finance bit of it, it is what will be able to, it's what one of the things that will inform the decision whether you should move away from your side hustle and focus, or you should command it to. Do not pass any business money through your personal account. Dissociate. See, have a Momo and account linked. Let all money go through those accounts and don't touch it. Because then at the end of the month, you will know whether you can pay yourself, whether you're making profit or not.
True.
But a lot goes into it. Let us not pretend as though for some it is not lucrative and for some it is lucrative. Truth is that every industry differs. Some are making money, some are not.
Yeah, those who are trading, they make money.
Yes,
and
but
also sell food.
Yes, but if they're making money, it's their business model. So you have to also come up with a business model you think you can make money. Yeah, but as for money, dear.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we have gone through a few of the questions, but let's go for a commercial break. When we return from a commercial break, we'll have your final comments on some advice you have for entrepreneurs out there, and move directly into some of the questions where people can win some prizes. So let's go off for a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Don't be left out. Download the Pulse app from the App Store or Play Store to mash up all day, every day. You can also enjoy more Mashup. Just buy the new Mega Bundle and get 3 gigabytes data, extra 400 megabytes for your social apps, and free MTN to MTN calls every Monday. So go ahead, feel the pulse on MTN Pulse. Just be. We're good together.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Pulse Just Be series. We are speaking today about the side hustle wahala. And I hope you've been participating in the Fast Fingers, because if you are not, you are losing out on 10 Ghana cedis free airtime, no strings attached. So please participate in it. And if you win the credits, let us know on our Facebook page under this video. Just comment right there that, yay, I won. Okay? Or maybe you can say yellow, I won. Anyway, so we've done a bit of questioning, and we are concluding on the conversation right now. So I'm going to speak to each and every one of my guests here and ask them if they have any advice. It's not if. You have advice for the youth, right? For anybody who wants to enter the entrepreneurial space, anybody who wants to do their side hustle for it to become effective and profitable. So I'm going to start from the lady, Priscilla. Ladies first. So, yes, you are doing the proper one. The rest, they are doing it as main hustles. So, Priscilla, what advice do you have for entrepreneurs out there, or people who are soon to be entrepreneurs who would want to enter this field and, be effective at it?
So plan, first of all. Plan what you want to do, how you want to enter, how you would manage it with your current work, right? Have the right attitude, right? As a person, if you don't have the right attitude, even your customers will come and they will leave you. I've had people who have liaised with my delivery service and ended up insulting us for a delivery that didn't even go wrong, right? So have the right attitude and plan, and don't stop when you fail. Get up, dust yourself up, and move. The world hasn't ended. You have another opportunity to go. So far as you wake up the next morning, you have life, you can try again, right? And finally, trust God, right, in all your endeavors.
Okay. Kelvin, what do you have to say?
You have to believe in God. You have to respect.
Look into the camera so that it's like a motivational.
You have to, first of all, you have to believe in God. You have to respect. You have to have a problem that you want to solve.
Okay.
A wrong that you want to right.
Okay.
Because it is so difficult that if you don't have these things, you wouldn't have the perseverance to see it through. And whenever the mind has a prolonged thought of something, automatically it's going to manifest. So trust your intuition, trust yourself, believe in yourself, keep going, keep moving. It's going to be difficult, it's going to be tough. They will throw punches at you from friends and family, but make sure you stick your heads up and reach for the best.
Okay.
Okay. Always.
The way you've cleared your throat there, I come to
Got
score
to be
there.
a speech.
I have to, because I have to. So the key and most important aspect is always be you.
Okay.
You are everything. You are the most important person. Whatever decision you take, whatever you want to do, you don't have to be an entrepreneur if you don't have to be. You don't have to have a side hustle if you don't have to be. To have. But if you want to, if you have a conviction that you need to start, however small. Start anyhow. But when you start, organize, plan, and strategize, then the key thing I have learned is always make sure that your books are the best. Always make sure you are aware of what you're doing and you know what you're doing. And always and anytime, just make sure that you're the most important thing. When you're tired, rest. When you're up, work again, fight again, do it again. If it doesn't work, try again. If it's not meant for you, you can help someone to make it be. So just don't stress and just be you. That's my advice.
Okay. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, a special thanks to our guests right here, the main soldiers of the side hustle wahala. main soldiers of the side hustle wahala, Antonio Uso-Ansah, who is the founder and CEO for Shack Express, Priscilla Koshi, Sherry, who is marketing lead at Dream Oval and founder for Love Kitchen and the Delivery Guys. Delivery Guys is a company, it's not. And then Kelvin AJ Dako, who has the best shoes in the business, founder and CEO for AJ Vanu Shoes. After this, we will zoom into the shoes so that you know what we are talking about. So it's not over yet. I reminded you earlier that MTN is celebrating their 25th anniversary, and so we have a lot to give away. So as we say a big thank you to our in-studio guests, I want to remind you that the next line of question is for you out there. So if you are ready to win some prizes right now, please write yes in your comment section right now. I want to see a lot of yeses in the comment section. We are about to go hard on the questioning right now. So there are prizes out to be won. The first question is sponsored by Potbelly Shack. And with Potbelly Shack, you know that it's with food. They are working with food. And so if you win, the winner for this particular question I'm about to mention gets dinner for two for free at any of the Potbelly Shack branches. So I'm about to mention the question right now. So if you haven't increased the volume on your devices, the question comes now. Name the two branches of Potbelly Shack. Name the two branches of Potbelly Shack. Remember, winner gets dinner for two at any of the Potbelly Shack branches. Name the two branches at Potbelly Shack. Okay? All right. So question 2. So I need to inform you that from question 2 to 5, the first person to answer that question gets 100 Ghana cedis worth of airtime free for the correct answer, if the answer is correct. Okay? So, question 2. Mashup can be done on the Pulse app. True or false? Mashup can be done on the Pulse app. Is this true or false? So please let us know. The first person who wins this gets free airtime, 100 Ghana cedis worth of airtime from MTN. So let's answer that as well. Question 3. The Pulse Hangout can be live streamed on the Pulse app. Question 3. The Pulse Hangout can be live streamed on the Pulse app. Is this true or is this false? The Pulse Hangout can be live streamed on the Pulse app. Is this true or is this false? That's question 3. Okay. If you got that, I'm moving over to question 4. Question 4 says you can get 4G bonus data when you mash up using mobile money on the Pulse app. You can get 4G bonus data only when you mash up using mobile money on the Pulse app. Is this true or is this false? Question 4. Okay? All right. Remember, the fastest person to win this gets free airtime, 100 Ghana cedis. If you don't get the airtime, come and look for me. Free airtime, no strings attached. I don't even know where to. Okay. Final question. Question 5. The Hustle series on Pulse app contains videos on entertainment. The Hustle series on Pulse app contains videos on entertainment. Is this true or is this false? Is this true or is this false? So please answer these questions.